Hey guys, and welcome back to another video and sneak peek number 4. Today we have another super troop coming to our edition of already getting bigger and bigger family of super troops, which is going to be the Super Minion. Shooting with rocket launcher and other things like that's pretty nuts. And we're going to talk about what exactly is the ability of the super troop, what exactly can you use the Super Minion for, and yeah, like what armies can you throw this troop in? So we talk about all of that for now, or in this video, but we're starting off with a couple of small things which you can watch out for when using the super troop, or like how exactly it works. So the Super Minion is using a rocket launcher, which means in the beginning of when you deploy him, I don't even know, when you deploy the Super Minion, then the first 5 shots are going to be from a way longer distance. And it can basically outrange any other defense. Like if it's an air defense, if it's in the town hall, it does not matter. The range is bigger of the Super Minion. And you guys will see that in a second as soon as it's getting targeting, or it's targeting the air defense. It's pretty crazy. So there are a couple of small, like nice things which you can do with the Super Minion and snipe, obviously, but you always have to consider, is it worth it for the troop space? Because obviously the troop space is bigger as well for super troops. That's in general how it works. So now let's see. Yep, it's outranging all of those defenses which are staying around there, and you can easily snipe key defenses if you have access to that. So that's kind of cool. Looking forward on how to, like, creative people are going to use this. But obviously there are a couple of things which you can easily use that for. For example, like doing a air hybrid thing style, like Queen Charge Dragon style, but just replacing the dragons with the Super Minions and things like that. That could be possible. Then obviously the next thing, just doing mass dragon attack, but instead of dragons, doing a mass minion attack, that could work as well. So you could combine the Super Minions with bats, with lightning spells, things like that, which kind of work already with dragons and electro dragons. So it's kind of like a cheaper version of those. So that's kind of the things which I feel like are the most common, or like the most likely ones. But let's take a look at the exact stats of the Super Minions. And I mean, we can see over here the family of super troops are getting increased by the Super Valkyrie and the Super Minion. That's kind of it. It looks kind of funny, especially with like the rocket launcher on the shoulder. It's kind of funny. And you can see it over here. So the special ability is the long shot. It's basically like the beta minion in the Night Village, but to be honest, I don't care, because it's like the new thing in the home village. That's all what matters in my opinion. And now let's take a look at the exact stats. 1.5k HP and 12 housing space. Those are kind of the most key things for me at the moment, because the Super Minion is different from the normal minion. It's different because a normal minion cannot trigger any black mines. It can trigger like red bombs, for example, but black mines cannot be triggered by the normal minions. But Super Minions can trigger the black mines. So that's something which is pretty important. And you guys can see it over here one more time. It can outrange basically everything, even the scatter shot. The only thing which you can see, or like the next thing which you can see over here as well, is that the scatter shot is dealing tons of damage to those minions. So you have to be super, super careful with that the HP of your Super Minions are not getting, like, I don't know, they're like disappearing or anything. So that's something which for sure the dragons are better in. So I guess you could run a heal spell with those minions, but yeah, I'm not really sure about what is the best use case for the Super Minions just yet. Either way, you guys can see it's outranging the town as well, so that's pretty crazy. Like in the beginning of the attack, if you can use them kind of strategic, I think that's kind of the key. The beginning phase where you drop them, that's kind of the key thing on how to get the most out of them. But I think let's take a look at two attack armies, which I already said, which is the Queen Charge Super Minion and then the Mass Super Minion attack. I think those two could be really devastating overall. And let's take a look first at the Queen Charge version. So we're starting off with our king and queen and everything, kind of trying to get into the multi-inferno tower and then later into the single. you have to take out, or you have to take care of those scatters, otherwise they will make quick work out of your super minions. As I said, it's pretty crazy. And well, then just go through them and try to get as much value as possible. In addition to that, I think the biggest enemy to the super minions are the scatters. That's just, I think, how it is. And that's the most important thing which you have to watch out for. Now, Queen is taking out most of the most important things of the base, which is the Eagle, the 2 scatters, and an Inferno Tower, for example, as well. So that's already really nice. And the Queen is charging deeper in, and she is taking down the scatter, the second one, which is kind of the key at this point. And now the one thing which you have to be careful is the the Warden, which is normally always having the furthest range in the game. You cannot drop the Warden too early, because the problem is the Warden is having a smaller range than super minions in the beginning, which means the Warden could fly in front and then kind of die early on. So you want to delay the Warden a little bit, otherwise you could have a couple of problems, I think. So that's kind of one thing which you have to watch out for. Now the Royal Champion from the right side, the Queen is taking care of the Town Hall. You see, there's still 2 freezers left which you can use, and it's pretty crazy. I'm not sure if it's actually one of the stronger army compositions with this troop, or if it's just more kind of nice to showcase, I guess. Not 1% sure just yet if it's really strong, but that's one thing which I think could be used for. And yeah, that's kind of it for the Queen Charge super minion attack. Let's wait for the last couple of seconds where the super minions are finishing the job, because there's 1 or 2 Tesla left alive and 1 Arch Tower which the Queen is going to finish off. So it's going to be a triple for sure, kinda, but we still want to wait for the super minions to finish off the base so all of you guys can see it. But the next thing which we're going to take a look at is the kind of mass dragon, but instead dragons, just super minions, so the mass super minion attack with obviously a couple of lightnings, things like that. I'm not 100% sure how good the super minions will work together with bats, because I feel like you need the spells to empower them. And if you can do that, they're pretty good. So yeah, the Queen is finishing off the base, and this one's going to be 3-star. So let's jump over to take a look at the mass super minion attack. And we're using 19 super minions over here. It's obviously a couple of lightning spells. I feel like every attack without lightning is kind of wasted. You're missing on power, which you could possibly have. You're using the lightning spell for the 2 sweepers in the core, using the Queen to funnel everything, and then using the Royal Champion to funnel the other side with the Earthquake and the what was the name? Earthquake and the lightning spell. I don't know. So that's kind of the purpose at the moment, or that's the goal at the moment. Using a super minion to funnel on the right side a little bit. The Queen meanwhile died already, but the King in combination with the Ice Golem should basically get the entire trash ring at the top side, and then you can send the super minions in from the left side to get the town pretty early. And one more time, we have to remember that we have to use the Warden, or drop the Warden pretty late. Otherwise, he's flying in front and going to take a lot of damage, which is not that necessary. So let's get started with the minions. Like I said, wait a little bit with the Warden, and as soon as that's it, then you can, as soon as the first couple of shots are gone, then you can place the Warden. Otherwise, he would fly in front, and that's pretty useless. I think a heal spell or something like that could be pretty useful for the super minions, because they're so weak to splash damage. I mean, they're kind of weaker dragons, but at the same time cheaper dragons in the housing space, so they really suffer from those splash damage buildings. So you always rely on that they are staying with spread, otherwise it's really bad. But still, now you have the loons come into the back end as well from the slammer. You have the raged minions trying to get into the back end, and this should be a pretty good overkill. So really nice attack for the end, and that's kind of the end of the video as well, because we took a look at all of the things about the super minions which we know. And yeah, guys, now it's up to you. What do you guys think of the new super troop, which is this super minion? Let me guys know on how you would use it, if you would use it, and let me know what you guys think of the new super troop. That's it for today's video. I hope I will see you guys back tomorrow for the next one. And well, until then, see ya and bye bye.